The first one is there's Visual Studio. You can use SSIS, create a package, and do a test, a SQL test run. So kind of like we talked about, was it yesterday or the day before, using SSIS to move to migrate from one version to another in a side-by-side migration. You could do pretty much the same thing, but push it up to Azure. So that's one possibility. You could test that and make sure it works. There's also a data tier application possibility. I frankly am not a big fan of the data tier applications. They don't really do all that much for me, but I'll show it to you and you can make up your own mind. And so you can test it using either of those without actually migrating. Then when you find problems, so you do this test and it will come back and say to you, here, this is a problem, etc. And then just fix those problems. I like that. Just fix the problems. That'll be, figure that out on your own. That's where the real problem lies, is not determining what the problem is. That, these tools will actually tell you that. The problem is then figuring out how to fix them, and it's usually not a detailed technical problem. You're using a data type that's not supported, something like that. The problem with this is the actual fixing of it. So let's say that I do have a data tier or a data type problem. How do I go about fixing that? That's huge. I've got to convert this to a different data type. Wow, what's the impact on my applications? What code have people written? Those kinds of things. That's where the problems really lie in this. When you migrate into the cloud, the biggest problems are not technical, but more human, and getting that kind of stuff done. And so that's where you'll spend a lot of your time. Then, once that's done, you can migrate in pretty much any of the same ways we talked about migrating, both when you're on premise. You can write T-SQL code to do it. You can use SSIS to do it. You can do backup and restore. You can do any of those kinds of things, but there are also a couple of other things that you can do. There's an Azure migration wizard that you can run. And then you can also treat it like a data tier application and use backpack files.